2 babies is like a zillion times harder than just one. What's up, guys? It's been a long time, but I am back to do some videos. I just have been struggling with time management. As I said in the beginning of this, having 2 is like 600 times harder than having 1. They say having 1 is like 1 and 2 is like 4, and that is so true. So, hi! Little Miss Amaya is here right next to me, and we're gonna do our 3-month postpartum update. So I'll start with Amaya because obviously she is what you came here for. So little Amaya is 3 months old. She's like 3 months and 8 days exactly. She is just doing great. I'll show you her really quickly. Here she is. Here's Amaya. She is doing awesome. As you can see, she's chunking up. She's turning into like a baby, an infant, as opposed to a newborn. However, we still don't, ooh, burp. We still don't have any hair, but that's okay. We'll get there. Let me see, I have a little list here of things that are going on. Her sleep it was amazing, and then it's kind of dwindled. At first, at about, I'd say 6 weeks, she was sleeping all night. Like she would go to bed at 11 o'clock p.m. and wake up at about 6 in the morning-ish, and it was awesome. But then at that time, Naomi started waking up in the middle of the night, and she would come into my room or just go to the bathroom and then want to like say hi to me before she went back to her room. So I haven't really slept all night still, but that's okay. I know the time will come eventually. Hi. Her eating, she's still almost exclusively breastfeeding. We'll talk about that when we talk about me, but she eats every 2 to 3 hours or so. When I have to pump a bottle to go to work, she has about 2.5, maybe 3 ounces every 2 hours, and she's eating really well. She's growing, she's gaining weight. I thought maybe that might not be enough for her, but she's gaining weight and doing just fine, so I guess she's okay. At her last doctor's appointment, she was at 2 months. I can't even remember how big she was. Honestly, like, it's crazy. With Naomi, I was like, she's this tall, this long, this big, this whatever. She weighed this much, and I just knew every little thing. But with her, I'm like, yeah, she's good. She's gaining weight like she's supposed to. So I don't know the percentile and everything, but maybe I'll look that up and put that in the description or something. I don't know. She did have her 2-month immunizations. She did, I think it was 4 shots, 2 in each leg, and she was perfect. She had the shots, cried a little bit, but as soon as I picked her up, she stopped, and then she was fine. She didn't get a fever, no reactions, so that is good. So far, not allergic to immunizations, so that's good. She is smiling a lot. She really smiles when she sees me because she like recognizes me, obviously. So she's smiling, but we're not yet laughing. I was like thinking about that. I think Naomi might have been laughing by this time, but she doesn't really laugh. However, when Naomi started laughing, it wasn't like a giggle, it was like a and if you like heard my laugh, that kind of makes sense. But Amaya did laugh, I think, in her sleep once, and it was just like that. It was like a little so we'll see if she got that little laugh. She can hold her head up, and kind of like she likes to sit up. She doesn't like to be held like laying down. She prefers to sit up. She would love to be held 24/7. Like even right now, I'm surprised she's laying here just next to me because she loves to just be held all the time. She does not at all like her car seat. Sometimes she'll fall asleep in the car, but mostly she's like wide awake in the car. And if you just put her in her car seat, like sometimes when I go get Naomi from school, I put her in her car seat and walk to get like a snack for Naomi, and she is lost it by then. So she doesn't like her car seat unless it's moving. If you pick it up and like swing it around, she'll be okay, but yeah. But overall, she's a really good baby. She's super easy. Like I've had 2 easy babies, and I mean, she's even easier than Naomi was, and I'm so lucky and excited and happy about that. So let's talk about me. I'm gonna split this up like I did in my 36-week pregnancy update. I'm gonna talk about me in 3 categories: how I'm feeling physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So first of all, physically, 3 months postpartum, I'm starting to get into a groove. Obviously, it's a little bit different. Well, it's a lot different than with Naomi, because I do know what I'm doing more with the baby in that sense, but having two of them is so crazy. Like trying to get their schedules matched up so I can feed her when Naomi's entertained and all this stuff. It's so hard, and that's why it's been hard for me to film videos as I try and get in a groove of everything. So it's hard to find time and split myself into like a million pieces so everybody's happy. I haven't really been wearing much makeup. This is about it. I have like the tiniest amount of foundation and eyebrows on right now, but even that was like a struggle because she was waking up, and yeah, it's hard to try and get myself ready or anything in the morning. So I kind of just wear sweats all day and I don't really wear makeup anymore. But as far as taking care of myself, I'm like trying to do the best I can. It's hard to drink enough water and eat lunch and make sure they're drinking water and eating lunch, and it's difficult, but I'm getting there. We're getting into the swing of things here. I am having that lovely postpartum hair loss. You can't see it because of my hair, but I have these little bald spots right here. Like it's all around my edges. Even right here is so bad right there. Ah! That's part of postpartum that a lot of people don't talk about, is you lose your hair. Even like brushing my hair, it's coming out in chunks. And you can't see it because I have so much hair already and it's like full, but my hair is actually a lot thinner. But that's okay. I know it comes back, not worried about it. And my hair's up most of the time anyway. So let's see. My weight, I am back to my pre-pregnancy weight, which is actually the heaviest I've ever been. But I'm not currently like focused on losing weight just at the moment because I have so many other things to worry about and think about right now. So I'm happy in my body. Like I wish, oh my goodness. Here, I'll hold you. Part of me wishes that yes, I could lose weight and I would be thinner. You could just see her at the top of her little head here. Maybe I'll hold her. Did you just fart? Cute. I'm not focused on losing weight right now. I wish I looked better in my clothes and felt better, but I mean, I'm not stressing it. I have a beautiful baby to show for it, and I'll get there eventually when I can make that a priority in my life and like really stick to eating well and exercising. That's when I'll be worried about what I'm doing. But for now, I'm just trying to eat healthy. Drink enough water so that I can produce enough milk and breastfeed and all that. So that leads into my next thing physically. I am breastfeeding. I was exclusively breastfeeding, but then I noticed that I was not eating enough and drinking enough to produce enough for her. And there was a day where she was like starving and I had like nothing to give her. So I did supplement with formula that day, and it kind of took some pressure off of me. I actually felt good to do that. I was like gung-ho, no formula, I don't want to do it, but I had it in the house just in case. And I did that, and you know, since sometimes to give myself a break, I'll give her a bottle, or if I have to go to work, because I've gone back to work now, and I haven't pumped enough, she'll get some formula. And at first I thought I was going to be really hard on myself for that, and I really didn't want that, but it is what it is. So to kind of go lead into that, I am back to work. I thought I could just work for my dad, but I wasn't having many things to do for him, so I wasn't actually making money. I was just sitting around and waiting for another thing to do, and that's just not beneficial for me right now since I have to pay the medical bills for us totally by myself. So I decided that I was going to go back to my CNA job. So I am working as a CNA again. I'm doing 4-hour shifts, about 3 of them a week. So it's not that much, but it's still work. It's still 4 hours away from her, and I have to pump and all that stuff. But it is what it is. Like I said, I have to pay my medical bills by myself, and I've got to do what I got to do. So from here on out, my goal is to work so I can pay off my medical bills and get my degree. Once I've gotten my degree, then I'll stop working as a CNA, and then I will use my degree to get a business job and then start saving for a house. So I really am interested in being a homeowner. That's my next big goal here. So yeah, right now I'm just working to pay off medical bills, and then I'm gonna start saving. I actually am okay with it. I wish it was different, but I have to do what I have to do. So that's what I'm doing. And last thing physically for me is I got the IUD. I was so nervous because I thought it was going to hurt. I thought it was going to be the worst thing ever, especially since I had just had a baby and like that area is like healing and all, but it really was not bad. It didn't hurt that much. it really didn't hurt at all. It's just kind of uncomfortable. And I've heard so many horror stories about the IUD. I don't know if that's because it was so close to me giving birth, but it did not hurt me at all. And I'm like a baby about pain. So I have the IUD. I'm not planning on being in a situation where I could get pregnant again, but I wasn't planning on that with her either. So I just want to be safe and make sure that I am not having any more babies anytime soon. So that's it for physically. Let's move on to emotionally. I am actually doing really, really well emotionally. I am super surprised at how I'm doing. I thought I was gonna have her, that I was gonna be at risk for postpartum depression, that I would not be able to connect with and bond with her and be excited about having another baby, but I am really doing well. I'm getting up in the morning, I'm taking care of both girls. I'm excited to be in this journey. And actually there was a day where I picked Naomi up from school and I had to take both girls to Target, and she all of a sudden got hungry like out of nowhere. So I had to park the car. I parked the car like kind of in the back of Target. I got in the front seat. I let Naomi sit in the front seat. Obviously the car was off and in park and everything. Oh my goodness. But I sat in the front seat and I was like feeding her while I was talking to Naomi. And I felt really empowered. I was like, I am doing this. I am a single mom. I'm raising these two girls by myself with the help of my parents, obviously. And I'm just doing it. I felt so empowered, and I just felt so blessed to be able to be a single mom, because I know that there are moms out there. Oops, we're getting mad. There are women out there who want to be moms and they can't. Okay, we're getting fussy, but we're gonna get through this. Anyway, there are people who don't have the support system that I do, and the ability to, you know, step up and be a single parent. So I just feel blessed for that. Hold on. Anyway, resuming this, she's here. She likes to bounce, so I'm bouncing her in a little seat. Hopefully, she'll hang out there. What was I saying? I just feel empowered. I feel good emotionally. I saw her dad. She met him, which we'll talk all about that at the end here. I saw him and it was fine. I felt okay. I saw him at work and it's fine. But like I said, I'll talk about that whole situation at the end. I'm doing really well emotionally, surprisingly to myself, but I'm doing it. Lastly, let's talk about how I'm feeling spiritually. Right now, I mean, I personally am a believer of God. I don't go to church right now, and I don't like know the Bible, but I mean, I believe in God. I believe that He is the higher power and everything. So right now, I'm just, you know, praying at hard times, praying at good times, praying for thanks. And before I make any big moves, I've been praying. So that's, I mean, I guess that's really gotten me out of like the hole I felt like I was in, is to pray and you know, just talk to God about what's been going on. I've been able to forgive myself for getting myself into this situation, forgive Amaya's dad for everything that went on between us, and also forgive those people that I didn't feel like I had good support from after having her during my pregnancy and all that stuff. I felt like, but from some people I didn't get a lot of support, and that kind of hurt my feelings, but I've forgiven those people and those things. I've been trying to get myself into reading like some self-help books. Like there's a book that I was talking about that I was reading, and I kind of stopped because I just don't really have time. I really do not have time. Last night I was feeding her at the same time as trying to do the dishes at the same time as making Naomi's dinner. Like that's just how it is most times. So reading for me has not really been a priority at the moment, but there have been a few books that I'm interested in, and you know, to help me lift my spirits up, I guess. But really, I'm doing really well spiritually as well. Now, the overall question has been, what's the deal with Amaya's dad? If you have not seen my Truth About Baby Number 2 stories, I'll link those below. They kind of explain the situation surrounding my pregnancy with Amaya. But without going into so much detail as I did in those, just because it's over with, it's done, we're moving forward. Basically, he did see her. He met her after she was like 4 weeks old. I reached out to him and he agreed to meet her. He did meet her. He's seen her, I think, 3 times since she's been born. At the current time, I don't know why or what happened, but he fell off. He stopped asking about her. He didn't show up to a doctor's appointment that we scheduled together. And then he, as of right now, my number is blocked. So yeah, I guess he's just not involved, but I'm totally fine with that. I've done this before without the father involved, and I'm doing it again. And it's not like she's has a lack of male role models in her life. I have 2 brothers, a brother-in-law, and my dad. So we are doing just fine, right? And like I said, I saw him at work and he didn't say anything about her. He didn't ask how she was doing. We just like didn't talk at all. And then the second time I had to see him, we actually had to like count the keys. I hold the narcotics keys for the narcotic cabinet because I give medications. But anyway, I had to pass the keys off to him, and you have to count everything to pass them off. So we did that, and after that I just pulled out some pictures that I had taken of her, and I was like, you want to see them? And he saw them. But you know, other than that, he's not involved. He doesn't talk to me. I don't talk to him. But we're doing just fine without him. So that is it for our 3-month update. I hope that I'll be able to post more videos, but like I said, we are just trucking along here, going day by day, and super busy. But thank you so much for watching, and thank you to all the people that have subscribed to me. And we will see you in our next video. Okay, bye. Oh.